From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mateo D'Antonio.
And I'm Elijah Carvalles. The Trump administration continues to use immigration laws to revoke the visas held by international students. 6
of those are students here at New Mexico State University. Yesterday, Interim Provost Lakshmi Reddy sent an email to the campus saying that there were 3 revocations. Today, that number is 6. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says nationwide at least 300 student visas have been revoked. Most protested against the Israeli bombing in Gaza. International students were not afraid to share their thoughts.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of people. I think that if you're here legally and you have your visa and all that stuff, they should not be taking those away from you. Especially students here, because I mean they're coming to school here. Maybe they don't live here, but if they have their visas, I see no reason why they should be doing that.
I think it's horrible, to be honest. These are people's livelihood, and the fact that they're just revoking it with no consideration for their lives, it just sucks.
Yeah. I think it's unfair.
Yeah.
President Valerio Fernández says he's setting up a task force to include NMSU students and employees to make sure NMSU complies with executive orders and federal policy. Turmoil, like the issue with student visas, is just one thing angering the citizens across the country.
This past Saturday, 1,400 cities saw so-called hands-off protests. One of those protests was here in Las Cruces. It was organized by the group called Indivisible. News 22's Tristan Taimez has the story.
Hundreds of people gathered in front of City Hall to protest the Donald Trump administration.
Because democracy is being destroyed right in front of us, and we're here to say, no, this is not acceptable.
Yeah, and here to say no. The people that we put out feelers, just emails and a few things on Facebook, and of course at the national level, we've got cities all over the country having these type rallies. And the number of people, we're estimating 800 to 1,000 today, showed up in Las Cruces on a cold, windy day to come and say no more.
Nearly all had flags representing multiple threatened groups and homemade signs voicing their anger at the Republican-led government. Many are upset with the mass laying off of federal employees, including those from the Department of Veterans Affairs, the U.S. Postal Service, and the Social Security Administration. Others are troubled by the treatment of immigrants and people in the LGBTQ+ community. Within the sea of flags and signs, many could be heard chanting.
Some of the things they are protesting are the war in Palestine, civil rights, and equality among Americans.
We're a group of organizers here. We are immigrants. Some of us are undocumented. Some of us are trans. Some of us are queer. We're various identities in the various communities, but we're all here together doing a protest, manifesting against Donald Trump, against fascism in the United States, against Elon Musk, against corporations, against billionaires.
Many are urging people to vote in upcoming elections and to make their voices heard in town hall meetings. Tristan Taimez, News 22.
Now let's go over to Ruby with the first look at weather.
All right, thanks guys. We're going to look at our current conditions with our cameras outside Milton Hall. We see completely blue, clear skies, not a cloud in sight, with a pretty view of those Oregon mountains. And we also see some spring green foliage in our trees outside of Milton on our NMSU campus. And our current conditions today were warm in Las Cruces. We had 78 degrees, reading, sunny skies, and low 5-mile-per-hour winds coming from the south-southwest. Our humidity was 6%, dry as usual, with a dew point of 2, and our barometer read about 30 inches. Our high temperature was 81 degrees. We had a low of 48, with our temperatures averaging at 43 degrees. Our record for today was in 1989 with a high of 91 and a low in 28 in 1975. And today we got no rainfall, and we still are reading 0.05 of an inch for the year. Back to the desk.
The Las Cruces Film Festival is here. It's time to meet celebrities and watch quality films. This is the 10th year for the festival. Over 5 days, they'll screen 162 movies, including foreign, student-made projects, and the headliner is Academy Award and 4-time Emmy winner Helen Hunt. This Thursday, April 10th at 2 p.m., she will take the stage with festival director Ross Marks to talk about her career.
And it's not just interesting for film students. She's going to talk about what it takes to be successful in life, things she's done, that she's learned along her way. So there are a lot of lessons that I think Helen can teach us and tell us about that pertain to other disciplines.
The festival will run from April 9th to April 13th, starting with an opening party. The beginning of March marks the first day of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan.
Around 2 billion Muslims will fast from sunrise to sunset for the next 30 days. In Las Cruces, Muslims welcome the holy month with prayers.
Imam Nabil El-Falah is a native of Morocco. For the past 5 years, he has led the Southern New Mexico Islamic Center. Now that Ramadan is here, the Imam is committed to helping the community come together to share the spirit and message of Ramadan.
It is a time in Ramadan for recalculating, to get back the strength and to find the inner peace and the sweetness of faith.
The month of Ramadan is considered holy to Muslims around the world. According to their beliefs, this is the month the Holy Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. Muslims observe the month by fasting, meaning that they abstain from food and water from sunrise to sunset. And the evenings are filled with prayers called Taraweeh.
Fasting helps the person to be thinking about how to help others, like charity-wise, giving, feeding, and I think this is what the Muslims, they are trying to do whenever there is a need.
Imam Nabil says he wants to promote outreach within the general Las Cruces community to help promote conversation and understanding. Islam is growing in the United States. The Pew Research Center says there are about 3.5 million Muslims in the U.S. now. By 2050, the projection is slightly more than 8 million.
As the month unfolds, the community continues to embrace the spirit of Ramadan.
For us, it's the best month of the year. Because it's a whole month of celebration. We are encouraged to eat together and to attend the mosque and to pray together. And it gets you out of the loneliness you might have for the rest of the year. And it's just a great month for everything.
For Imam Nabil, the essence of Ramadan is in the lessons it leaves: reflection, unity, and giving back to the community. Haba Hamedi, News 22.
Don't go too far, because Ruby will be back with your national weather forecast.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Tuesday,
where news matters. There's a slight risk for severe storms in parts of the southeast. The bigger concern is for flooding across the south and Midwest.
More than 12 million people are currently under flood warnings. Over a foot of rain has fallen across the Mid-South since Wednesday. In Kentucky, evacuations and water rescues prompted a state of emergency. The Kentucky River is expected to crest at record levels not seen since 1978.
I wonder if Ruby can tell us any more about this.
Well, more coming up on our national weather forecast. We'll find out more about this situation.
All right, thanks guys. It's very unfortunate what's been happening in this part of the country, especially in Kentucky where all of the flooding has been taking place. We can read that they're projecting 12 to 18 inches of rainfall in that region, along with 8 to 12 inches in the parts of Missouri, Arkansas, and Tennessee states as well. So hopefully that will be looking up for them soon. And on my next map, we can see how parts of the country have been hit with heavy snowfall as well, which is completely different than what's happening on this side of the country. I myself was in Santa Fe, the northern New Mexico, when I woke up to snow flurries and 30-degree weather. So we'll also be seeing Montana, Idaho, and Northern California will be seeing some heavier snowfall as well. And on to the next map, we saw we can see, how bipolar the nation is. Over on the east, we have 40 and 50-degree temperatures. And over here, meanwhile, we have Phoenix reading 92, Los Angeles 78, and Las Vegas reading 88. We see these pink regions rising up north where we will see 90 to 100 and even triple-digit weather temperatures as the days go by. And I'll be back with your local weather forecast. All right, welcome back to News 22. We're going to be looking at our New Mexico weather. In Farmington, it is reading 73. Santa Fe, our state's capital, is at 69. Gallup 73. Albuquerque 71. Socorro 82. Ruidoso in the cooler temperatures like always, 67 degrees. Las Cruces 81 and Deming 82. For tomorrow, all the cities are going to be warming up. So Farmington is going to be 78, Santa Fe 76, 82 in Albuquerque, 87 in Socorro, even warmer in Ruidoso at 76, and in Las Cruces a warm 89 degrees, and in Deming 89 as well. In my hometown of Alamogordo for tonight, we are going to be reading clear skies at a 48, and tomorrow sunny skies at a warm 86. In Truth or Consequences tonight, it's going to be 47 with a clear view of that moon, and tomorrow a warm 88 with sunny skies. In Silver City tonight, it's going to be a low of 46, and tomorrow 82 with partly cloudy skies. And here in Las Cruces tonight, we're going to be reading a low of 48 with clear skies and a warm 89 with sunny skies, so dress accordingly. Back to you guys.
And I wonder what's going on with sports.
Everything's getting crazy. March Madness is here.
Thanks, guys. I missed you guys, too. Don't worry. But coming up in sports, the University of Florida, they won their 3rd championship. That's right. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Carpio Grego. Now let's talk some sports. So the Aggies baseball team is taking a little break from conference play and is headed to the desert. That's right. After a weekend series win over Sam Houston on the road, scoring 21 combined runs. Wow. The Aggies are taking a small break from conference play until heading to Miami this weekend and head to Tucson to play the 24th ranked Arizona Wildcats. Now, Arizona does have a record advantage of them, just sitting at 22-9, but Jake Carvajal might just put one more loss in that loss column, even though his 7.71 ERA might make some a bit nervous. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Now, still ahead on News 22, Ruby's going to be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our top stories.
Several international students here at NMSU have had their visas revoked this past Saturday. 1,400 cities participated in the so-called hands-off protests. One of those protests was here in Las Cruces. And the Las Cruces Film Festival is here with new opportunities for film students and for the Las Cruces community.
All right, and let's prepare for some warmer temperatures for the next few days. We're going to be seeing high 80s and low 90s on Saturday and 93 degrees. Maybe we can go swimming on that part.
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news. I'm Mateo D'Antonio.
And I'm Elijah Carvales. And from the whole News 22 team, Mateo, Ruby, Carpio, and myself, have a good night. But don't go too far because Zaira Sanchez is next with Noticias 22 in Español.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, la información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Zaira Sánchez Aguilar y es un gusto saludarlos con las breves de hoy en Noticias 22. Miles de personas protestaron el sábado contra la administración de Trump a través de todo el país, incluyendo aquí en Las Cruces. Cientos de personas se reunieron frente al ayuntamiento, tenían carteles que expresaban su enfado con el gobierno dirigido por los republicanos. Muchos están molestos por el despido masivo de empleados federales, incluidos los veteranos, el Servicio Postal de Estados Unidos y la Administración de Seguridad Social. La administración de Trump continúa utilizando las
lo que está pasando con el gobierno. Esto tiene que pararse. No pueden seguir lo que están haciendo con nuestros veteranos, con nuestra gente, con los migrantes. Todo esto tiene que parar y tenemos que pararlo ya.
Otros están preocupados por el trato que reciben los inmigrantes y las personas de la comunidad LGBTQI+. La administración de Trump continúa utilizando las leyes de inmigración para revocar las visas de estudiantes internacionales. 6 de ellos son estudiantes de la Universidad Estatal de Nuevo México. Ayer, la rectora interina Lakshmi Reddy envió un correo electrónico al campus diciendo que había 3 revocaciones y hoy ese número aumentó a 6. El secretario de Estado Marco Rubio dice que en todo el país se han revocado al menos 300 visados de estudiantes. La mayoría participaron en protestas contra los bombardeos israelíes en Gaza. Eso ha sido todo por mi parte. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Nos vemos mañana con más noticias. No olviden seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales.